Whatever you say, Mr. Milchick. Praise cure.
Yo, Mark is on one. They're both on one. Look at this.
Nonsense. What's mine's yours, and you've brought wine.
What's mine's yours, huh? What are we talking about? Yo, what's good, everybody? Birdbay here, coming back at you. Thank you for joining me for another Severance reaction. We have season 2, episode 5 today, and that last episode was a wild ride, to say the least. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with these characters going forward. I'm definitely excited to have Helly back, you know, with the squad. I'm guessing she's going to be on the severed floor, hopefully. Not really sure how much of Irv we're going to see going forward. I mean, I'm guessing if we see him anytime soon, it's going to be on the outside. I don't know. I could be wrong. Mark is reintegrated. I'm curious to see how that's going to play out. And after what happened last episode, I'm thinking that Milchick is going to have to answer to Helena in some form or fashion. I don't know. This man might be in trouble. We'll see. Let's go ahead and dive on in. This episode is called Trojan's Horse. Let's see what they got for us.
Thank you.
I hope you're a dentist, sir. Are we finally going to get to see what this floor looks like? Hopefully. Because we know Miss Casey, she still got to be down there. Or whatever version of Miss Casey, you know. But I don't know. I'm still not expecting to see it this episode. I feel like seeing the training floor, or the testing floor, I keep calling it the training floor. I think that's going to be one of the big reveals of the season. So I think it'll be towards the end.
I'll just keep trying, I guess.
Do you have any other ideas?
Hey, I'm sorry.
Hold on, what is he eating?
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
That's something for the reintegration, huh?
I haven't remembered anything else.
Right. Well, maybe Irene has.
I've decided to spare him knowledge of this contretemps.
Contretemps. That means they're doing some shit they ain't supposed to be doing.
What's he at? 78%?
81 as of Friday.
I'm not going back down there.
It won't be you. It will be your innie.
My Annie who tried to kill me?
She doesn't trust it.
They're f***ing animals.
Milchick's many errors this weekend have forced our hand.
Okay, hold on. So she's saying she'll fake it again. So she realizes she has to go back down there, but she definitely doesn't want to go back down there if it's going to be Helly in control. I mean, I feel her. It's issues that she brought upon herself, but I wouldn't trust, you know, someone else being in control down there as well. But I do find it funny that she's trying to call them animals and stuff. I mean, she's been down there interacting with them and learning, you know, their motivations and stuff. So the fact that she's playing that card is kind of, I don't know, kind of weak in my opinion.
We need to clean this up. Milchick's many errors this weekend have forced our hand.
And Father approves.
Not to mention her inconsistent story that got her caught up with Irv in the first place. That Father encouraged it. She gets to meet this little demon child.
Good morning, Heliar.
Who the f*** are you?
I don't know she's a demon child, but I have my suspicions.
The whole time. It's called a Glasgow block.
Are you saying that she was down here? As me?
Maybe she still is.
Hey, I repeat myself.
We're throwing out allegations.
Helena Egan was conducting valuable research.
By stealing my f***ing body?
Irving B's Audi has departed on an elongated cruise voyage.
She doesn't have the right to take my identity.
Okay, either Helly is really hurt about this, which would make sense, or Helena up the acting skills, boy. I don't know. I'm chill. It's probably Helly. It's probably Helly.
This went well. Allow me to escort you to MDR.
Oh my God. This doesn't even look right.
I'm not going near that thing.
This doesn't even look right.
Careful, Dylan. Words have consequences. I'd hate to rescind certain privileges.
We'd like to have a funeral. Not a retirement party. A funeral.
funeral.
As long as it's quick.
Quick?
Quick, yes. So it doesn't take up the whole day?
I feel like he saw something. Did he get sent a message? Or maybe he remembered something from the reintegration?
Not you.
You couldn't tell that she wasn't me?
Obviously not.
Is she gonna start feeling away like...
What was she like?
What's up? You like her more than me or what?
Like you. Or you're like her? I don't know.
Comparing your girl to other chicks, bro. You're digging yourself in a hole.
Let's just try to forget it. Okay?
Yeah, I think he's just having a breakdown from the reintegration.
May I say a question? You shouldn't let them have a funeral. It makes them feel like people.
That was an opinion.
I knew you was a little demon child.
Unsolicited. 9 seconds to silently remember Irving and thank Kier for our time with him.
For the least fun guy in the world, he was really fun. He put the dick in contradiction. So he put toner in my water cup. He stopped me before I drank it, though.
Oh, look at the freaking, oh, his face is like, and you see how they got the, instead of the years, it's quarter 870 to quarter 882.
Thank you for your attendance and your participation. Briefly partake in Irving's fruit head.
So let's mourn our friend by eating his face. Gotcha.
You tell her Miss Casey's your wife yet?
Wait, what?
Doing because Helena told them everything we're doing.
That wasn't me.
How do I know that?
You don't.
Uh.
You just have to trust me.
All right, I kind of see, you know, I kind of see why he's acting like this. If he's not giving up hope, he's at least keeping all his cards to himself. He might still be, you know, trying to plan on doing something, but it seemed like, you know, after the thing with Helena, obviously, and then seeing how Dylan, you know, Dylan's more worried about getting his family time instead of, you know, helping with the plan as well. It's just, maybe he just feels like he just has to do it himself and, you know, keep other people out of the plan, which would make sense as well.
Natalie, just before we begin, I was wondering if I could have a word with you. Paintings. I want you to understand I am grateful for them.
But that shit's racist. Just say it.
Me a little how you felt when you received the paintings.
Yeah,
Mr.
look.
Drummond's waiting.
Her eyes and her smile be telling two different stories sometimes. Yeah, it's just gotta be one of those things where they're always listening to you, so she doesn't want to say too much. Like how he sliced the melon like a birthday cake. Wow, okay.
If the review is to take longer than 4 hours, there will be a break for lunch, with the order taken in advance.
Well, I hope that won't be necessary.
Here is the lunch menu.
Oh, so he said, hey, sorry to tell you, man, we got a lot to talk about. It's gonna be a while.
Uses too many big words.
Well, perchance I may colloquially employ...
Anti-deflections will be heard after the lunch break. You instituted kindness reforms.
Because I'm not Harmony Cobell.
Arranged an outdoor retreat and team-building occurrence.
I knew it. I knew he was gonna have to answer for this. But is this an opportunity for them to maybe give Miss Cobell what she wants and get her back running the severed floor?
And to treat them as what they really are.
I'm tightening the leash.
Starting now, huh? We're starting right now, Mark.
Left work 6 minutes early. May I come in?
The bullshit Gazette?
Hopefully now we can put all this grief and tumult behind us and look forward to some productive work days ahead.
Whatever you say, Mr. Milchick. Praise cure.
Yo, Mark is on one. They're both on one. Look at this.
Did you tell her that you f***ed her outie at the Orpo?
What is happening, bro? What is happening? What is happening? Hey, Mark almost came into some money, though. I mean, hey, get your bag, my boy.
Have a restful evening.
Your sovereign boss may own the clock that greets you from the wall, but you get to enjoy its ticking and thus should be happy.
Babe, it's the literal opposite of what you were saying before.
One point that Nat made was
Okay.
she said that innies tend to thrive in an environment of structure. Well, it's a Trojan's horse that might beget a revolution.
But these aren't your ideas.
And you think that Lumen wants for you to create opportunities for there to be a revolution? Like, Rickon has sold his freaking soul, man. He's so excited to, you know, have somebody like this into his book and wanting to expand upon his book. He's not even like paying attention to what they got him doing.
I will reflect on your words.
Thank you.
Also, this is a fiscal and creative opportunity unlike any I have yet seen.
But that doesn't mean that you should.
I'm not inclined to just walk away from it. Us has somehow lost its appeal.
He sold his soul, man. He sold his freaking soul. That's crazy, Rickon.
No.
Yeah, you're about to.
No, thank you.
Divorce this nigga, man. Rickon. Nah, I think he'll come around, man. I think he'll come around, but yo, that money is not worth it. Especially, I mean, he doesn't know the actual impact of what it's gonna do, but he's not even thinking about it. He's just doing.
I think they know what my Innie was up to. I'm telling you to.
When somebody shows up on my doorstep screaming my name, I want to know why. Call it a quirk.
Why don't you just ask him?
You're severed. I got canned a couple of weeks ago. When I pressed them for a reason, they said my Innie had an unsanctioned erotic entanglement.
They fired him? Like, what? What? Huh? How was he canned and they threw an entire retirement party on the inside?
When I pressed them for a reason, they said my Innie had an unsanctioned erotic entanglement with another worker. They wouldn't tell me who.
Yeah, that was Earth. Yeah, for sure.
We got a ham. We're planning to have it tomorrow. Might be nice if you come over. We could sit down. You, me, and Fields.
I don't know. Do we trust this or what?
Great. I know where you live.
Bruh, this is just getting. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this. Either we're forming a throuple situation, or this is a setup. Or the third option, they're actually going to come with some sort of information and we can form a plan of some sort. That's what I'm hoping for. You know? Or that was weird though. How they frame it as, you know, a retirement and he really got canned.
Things to rattle your memories. Knitting. That her?
What I thought was her.
They know people at the morgue. On the payroll like everywhere else in Kier. You feel all right?
Basically. So,
Nah, we can't have no PD situations going on, bro. Hopefully he's cool.
Usually that's best.
Are they hurting her? What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, he's in a wellness session.
Your Audi can roller skate with grace.
Audi Mark is in Lumen. Okay, I don't think he's on the severed floor right now, but he's definitely having visions of being on the severed floor.
Your Audi is going to be.
Wow, man, I feel for him, man. That's crazy to be face to face with Gemma. Wow, oh my god. After just, you know, dealing with all that with the ashes and wondering who's in this urn, which I still don't know if it's Gemma or not. I still am holding on to the possibility that Gemma is in that urn and something else is going on down on the severed floor. But yo, the fact that he was dealing with that, and then I don't know. I mean, he's been dealing with a lot, obviously, for the last 2-3 years, whatever. He's been a shattered person, and you know, to just be face to face with Gemma right there, man, that was actually, woof. That was a crazy moment. Everyone got a lot going on right now. We got Helly, who's trying to, you know, not only piece together what's been going on. She's shocked at the fact that, you know, Helena was down there as her, you know, taking her identity, taking her body, just hearing her language when describing how she felt about that was crazy. I wasn't expecting it. I thought it was going to be more of like just pissed that she would do something like that, but the language she used, she stole my body, stole my identity. Like, I was like, whoa, okay, you know, it definitely shows that these innies, with reason, they're not. I like to see that they're not feeding into what Lumen tries to make them feel. I think, you know, that they're not a person, and just treating them as less than the Audi versions of themselves. And it was definitely refreshing to see that Helly doesn't feel that way. She's like, no, this is my identity. Helly is a completely different person than Helena, so don't, you know, try to pretend to be me, basically. And, you know, it definitely shows up in, you know, what's going on with Mark. Mark doesn't feel like he can trust anybody after this. Like, how do I know you're the real person? But at the same time, Mark is always an asshole about things. So at least she was able to at least, you know, speak her piece and say, hey, you're just gonna have to believe me on this one, because there's no way I can actually prove to you. But everything just got so complicated, especially with the retreat and, you know, what was going on between, you know, Mark and Helena. And then he's dealing with this reintegration thing, so that was just making a lot more of the episode kind of confusing, because you don't really know what Mark is dealing with. But, you know, towards the end, they kind of clarified it's going to be more of a slow process. You know, it's probably just going to hit him. You got to like trigger these memories before they actually start to come out. So very interesting. It seems like we're pretty much there. He's on the severed floor. I don't think he's actually on the severed floor, but he's having visions. He's probably, you know, still in his house, obviously, but he's having visions of the severed floor. Came face to face with Gemma, which was an incredible moment, man. Like, that had me tearing up a little bit. I was like, just seeing the pain in his eyes and the fact that he's seeing his wife after all these years. Like, it low-key made me feel something, man. I'm not gonna lie. But man, we got Milchick dealing with freaking the most serious performance review I've ever seen someone go through. And I feel like they made it very clear to this man, like, hey, if you can't handle it, I mean, you're trying to, you know, be the fun manager. And, you know, that's kind of how he was in season 1. Like, they put him in charge of doing all these fun, you know, activities here and there or whatever. And he's finding out that when it comes to this new position of his, that's not going to fly, I guess. I mean, obviously it's the way you do it. You're doing all these fun things, but there's all these manipulations tied to it. So he could be that person, but obviously that's not what Lumen wants. And they made that very clear. that he's gonna have to tighten up. Like he said, I'm gonna tighten the leash starting right now. And I don't know what that means if he doesn't get that done. If they're gonna bring Cobell back, or if they're gonna bring someone else in, or whatever. Miss Huang might just go ahead and just run the entire floor. I don't know. It's a possibility, man. It's very interesting to see her relationship with Seth as well. They're very calm about it, but they were at each other's neck this episode, I feel like. And now that I mentioned all that other stuff, maybe she is coming for his position. It could, I don't know. She might try to be next up. But I would hope that they brought Miss Cobell back, because I just love Miss Cobell as a character. I love all these characters, man. Everybody does such an amazing job, you know, bringing these characters to life. And also, you know, it's crazy how they're able to separate, you know, inside version versus outside. And yeah, it's just part of what makes this show amazing. We got to see Irv and Bert finally come face to face. I don't know what this meeting is going to end up being. Something about Christopher Walken's face. It's just the look in his eye, man. I don't trust him. And obviously it seemed like Fields, this, you know, his husband or whatever, it seemed like he's feeling some sort of way about the situation. I don't know what to expect, man. And then Rickon, man. Rickon, what are you doing, man? I just want to grab Rickon like, well, bruh, come on. Tighten up, man. Money is not worth... I don't know his financial situation, man, but it seemed like they're doing okay, man. They got this nice house in the freaking, you know, out in the woods and stuff. I know they got a new baby, but it's like, I don't know. I just feel like Rickon is absolutely chasing the bag this season, and I don't like it, man. It's taking away from that Rickon charm from season 1. You know, Rickon was that guy I was never worried about, you know, double crossing or doing anything too detrimental to the overall plot. And now I'm like, yo, he's about to be one of the top enemies in the series if he keeps going like this. I mean, hold on. I mean, let me cool out. It's just a book. But it's something that Lumen is absolutely going to use to their advantage. And I know that's not the kind of guy Rickon wants to be. Obviously, Devin can see that. Hopefully she can get Rickon to see it, but...
It's not just waking up on a table, it's human interaction.
This didn't feel human. This felt like a nightmare. I mean, why is she rattling off a bunch of facts?
All I know is she's essential.
Yeah, it's all really weird when you're kind of just dropped in with no context.
All the things you do, all the ways you change to get that person back. Drink less, listen more.
So he had a drinking problem while she was still alive, it sounds like.
But for me, it might actually happen.
Sounds pretty optimistic. I like to hear that.
Hallway with a black elevator that only goes down. I don't want to get in trouble right now.
Okay, well, I don't give a shit about that, so I'll go get it. You said it's behind the poster of you actually being brave? After lunch. Maybe. Did everyone sever their balls in the elevator this morning?
Starving.
Sever their balls, okay. Oh, wow, yep, see? They're merging, yo. This is perfect. So now we don't even have to say goodbye to Mark S, because it's like they're kind of just the same person again, right? I mean, getting messages from the outside to the inside, inside to the outside, it'll be no problem this way. Hey, but when she said, "Did you guys sever your balls?" That was hilarious. That was Helly. The only Helly is that witty, man. I don't think Helena got that in her.
Focusing on your own duties and eradicating from your essence childish folly. I shall be busy for the rest of the day. I trust you can steward the floor in my stead.
Of course.
You may sit at your regular desk.
What, she thought she was about to sit at your desk?
Thank you, Mr. Milcher.
Yeah, be gone, be gone.
Together, because they know what will happen if we do. I'm gonna go get that map.
How many we shared vessels?
The session?
No, not Miss Casey. In your tent.
Us two. It's cool. Next time you'll get to experience it too. I promise.
She tricked me. I mean, I wanted to, but she tricked both of us.
I'm gonna go for a walk.
Whoa. All right, yeah, I was kind of thinking that it might be a tough pill to swallow for her, but I don't know, man. It's like you almost got to cut Mark some slack, because Helena was throwing on, you know, she had a couple little slip ups, but she was pretty convincing. Yeah, what's Milchick gonna be doing all day? He said he's gonna be work on how to put on a paperclip properly. That's funny, man. Yeah, because I was during his performance review, I was like, man, they over here tripping on how he puts paper clips on the papers.
Maybe I'm trying to find something I excel in up there, like I do down here. With you, I'm super happy.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Man, yeah, we gotta see more Audi Dillon, bro, because if it's like, it might be a whole night and day sort of thing.
I like this.
Yeah, she's gonna start enjoying the any Dillon more type shit.
All the time.
I mean, we are. Aren't we?
You and him are.
No, I ain't talking about him, I'm talking about us, girl. When does Dylan G get cut in, man? You gonna take it to the next level, get a kiss in there this time? He is, oh my god, look at this man. Yeah, maybe Audi Dillon doesn't give out many hugs or affection, or, you know. She said she's enjoying it. Just gonna show everybody making out, huh?
So, sorry, I can't even imagine what it must be like.
You thought it was me, which means you wanted to. With me. What sucks is that she got to have that and I didn't.
So, I mean, let's go ahead and change that right now, you know?
What happened? Like, I feel like you have every right.
No, I don't want her memory.
Okay.
I want my own.
That's why I was like, is it going there or is it not going there? Because it can go there, man. They took away the supply closet. There's other rooms. It's huge down here.
Ta-da. A tent.
A tent.
Me too.
Dang, this would be her first time and everything. That's nuts. I'm sure she doesn't have any memory of any sexual encounters. It's not like Helena's getting none anyway. We know this. We know this. Yeah, see what other ways you were messing up. They got him shaking. All right, that just brought me back. The too many big words thing. Was that something that they said, or was that like, I think they said that people were complaining about him using too many big words or something, bro, but I don't know. Is that racially motivated or something? Like the black man's not supposed to have a vocabulary or what? Like, what was... They're already doing weird things with the paintings and the black face. I don't know, man. I think Milchick's gonna end up turning on Lumen, bro. He gonna end up being on our side.
You must abandon childish things. You must grow up. You must grow up.
Probably triggering hella childhood trauma right now.
Grow.
Cool, what's up? Thumbs up?
Was it different with me?
He said round motherfucking 2. You better quit playing with me. Ain't nobody coming down this hallway.
Oh no, you're bleeding.
No, he's bleeding.
You are.
Any other symptoms? Any auras or hallucinations?
Where are you?
I'm at Lumen. It was just...
Mark?
Name a show with better transitions. I'll wait.
A black hallway.
I remember having coitus. That's about it. My nose started bleeding.
I remember a desk. I remember
a tent.
I remember
You'll feel gaps in time until it all comes back together.
Well, when the f is that gonna happen?
Through the hole in your head
Jesus Christ.
that you've already
Okay.
got.
You know what? Get the right now, please. Get it off.
Better quit talking to Ragabi like that before she make you meet the bat like she did Garter. What was his name again? Grader. That was his name. Hold on, I'm nervous, bro. I need a second. Oh boy, I almost forgot that we got to do this. Okay. I'm curious as to what we're gonna get, man. This might end up getting wild.
Who the hell are you?
He's joking.
It's a joke.
What your innie ever saw in this Philistine is beyond me.
Oh.
Fields, I presume.
So they know that it was him that he was in a entanglement with?
Nonsense. What's mine's yours. And you've brought wine.
What's mine's yours, huh?
What
are we talking about?
You on your way into work? No.
It wasn't blood, it was paint.
You come to be at the company. Me? As a matter of fact, I was guided to Lumen's store by Jesus. Christ? That's the one.
So Jesus told you to go down there and praise Kier. Likely story.
The church's stance is that innies are complete individuals with souls.
To heaven. Marciati Burns.
Helena.
We're not zealots, I swear. Be a way for part of Bert to...
Okay, so I mean, instead of Bert just like changing his life around, he just wanted to. Does that mean that outside Bert still, you know, is out here living wild?
To go to heaven.
Yes. With me.
Okay, fine. Just test drive only. I won't commit to anything.
They canceled it. I didn't see him. You. Happy plate. Happy plate. Guess you got too busy.
What? Huh? Why are we? Is she scared to tell Outie Dylan that she like Innie Dylan more, or? No, Mark, she's not there.
Scout. Thought that was you. I'm Helena Egan. I work at Lumen.
Yeah. Oh, it really is her. Let me chill. What? Huh? I know I wasn't the only one that thought he was tripping there. That's crazy that they made it actually Helena. You used me sexually.
Well, it's nice to officially meet you.
To get information.
You had enough to eat?
Quite possibly.
I've heard nothing but good things about your work, by the way.
Thank you. I've heard nothing at all about my work, so.
You're clearly not dumb.
No, you're the one who invented a revolutionary medical procedure.
Hey, now that was not me. That was my father. Seriously, I'd love to hear about your experiences sometime.
Okay, yeah.
I meant the other night.
Oh, my brain is fried. It's because I don't know what Mark remembers, and I want him to remember, hey, this lady used you, had sex with you as somebody else to get information, and I don't think he does. I thought when he was talking face to face with Milchick in the elevator, that moment, it was the look in his eye. It was like, that seems like Mark Scout instead of Mark S. It seems like the outie him is at least hearing this, but right here it seems like maybe he's playing it cool, but I think I don't know, man. I don't know. He doesn't know that they
I know you've already been through so much with losing your wife and all. Hannah.
Huh?
Gemma.
It's a car accident, right?
You did that on purpose.
That's right.
You called her Hannah. Why'd you call her Hannah?
Well, it was nice to meet you, Helena.
Yeah, he doesn't remember. That's crazy.
Mark.
It wasn't his memory, but I thought it had merged. I thought it had merged, man. Zufu, half the sign is out. Looking through herb stuff. They didn't get Herb out of the house so he can do that, did they? Oh, I hope Bert and Fields didn't have anything to do with that.
He knows history.
It wasn't 10 years ago, it was 20.
No.
Yes.
No.
All right, can we get to who Attila is?
Didn't the first severed office open 12 years ago? Yes, it did. That's enough of that.
Either Fields he had too much of this wine, or he's letting stuff go on purpose. It was that look on his face is like, explain that.
Do you think you two ever made love at work?
Fields, Jesus.
Can we not just be pragmatic adults? And so I felt the right to ask.
But there's no way for them to know.
I believe that innies deserve to experience love.
I feel like Fields hasn't given us too much in this episode, but I hope that they bring him back very soon, because I would love to, you know, understand more of how he feels about this situation. Okay. Let's hope he's not a vegetable. This bitch done put a band-aid on it. Get out of here, man. What is this? Oh, yep. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That happened. Yep.
Don't move like that. You have to keep your head still.
My car's in the driveway. She knows I'm here.
No.
Can we just let Devin in on this, please? That would be great.
The floodlight thing was a bust, right? Because I have had an idea that is a little dumber.
Okay, Devin.
Do you remember the rich lady from Baby Camp?
Really not, Devin.
You literally are.
Okay, fine, I am, but I didn't ask for your help.
You, officially.
And what is that smell?
You gotta tell Devin what's going on. Oh, bro, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Oh. I just hope this isn't PD 2.0. I think he's not telling Devin because he wants to protect her, but this is not the time to be keeping secrets. Like you're literally flipping out in front of her.
It gets fuzzy. Like saying I worked at Lumen 20 years ago, which is, of course, this was fun. Yeah? No, I meant with Fields. Yeah? You know, it's either way. Good night.
I used to think y'all was the cutest couple at Lumen. And now I don't want you to be together at all. I don't like it. No, hell nah. No, absolutely not. Cut whatever that is off, please. Nah, bro, there's not enough truth going on. I hear a lot of chatter. I hear a lot of words. I'm not hearing a lot of truth, and I don't know what's untrue and what's actually true, but I know there's a lot that's not, for sure. And Bert, after that last episode, I do not trust Bert. I've already been iffy. Any Bert is cool. Like, I don't have any beef with him, really. Audi Bert, on the other hand, nah, bro. I'm not feeling that entire situation. What came out of Fields' mouth, I believe way more than what came out of Bert's mouth. And we just met Fields. I didn't even know Fields before this. So the fact that he's already seeming more trustable than Audi Bert will probably ever be, I'm gonna take his word for it, honestly. 20 years ago, is that what we're talking about? And it's supposed to be 12 years of the program? Nah, something was going on 20 years ago. In my brain, that's what I'm sticking with. Because an operation like Severance, like all the stuff that's going on, just because they brought it to the public or it became public knowledge 12 years ago, obviously there had to be a ramping up stage. There had to be a very extensive like planning stage. So if you're telling me that there was an extra 8 years tacked on to that 12, I mean, I'll believe it. My man Mark, hopefully he's not, you know, going through what happened to Petey right now. He was foaming at the mouth. His nose was bleeding earlier in the episode, but I didn't see any bleeding on that last part, but he was definitely foaming at the mouth. I was a little upset that he didn't, you know, try to tell Devin what was going on right there at that moment, but obviously he had a lot going on in that moment. He's not of the right mind. He just had this little procedure done. And I call it a little procedure. I don't even know why I called it a little procedure, because this man's he had a hole this big in his freaking head, and she kind of just patched it up with a bandage. Yeah, crazy episode, man. I was thinking when he met face to face with Helena that it was going to be a lot more awkward because of what happened, but the way they've been presenting Mark's condition and what he remembers, I thought he was going to remember a lot more than what he did in that moment. Because if he had remembered what happened on the Ortbo, then that would have made that scene a lot more weird to witness. He was sexually assaulted for real. So, I mean, Helena got a lot of nerve to pull up on him like that. I'm sure she's out to get, you know, more information. She's... I don't know. I take it as she's finding other ways to be sneaky now that she can't be on the severed floor. But I don't know. It was a very quick interaction. Dylan and Gretchen got a lot going on. Like, why didn't Gretchen want to tell Audi Dylan that, you know, they did meet up? She said that it was canceled. Very weird energy there. My first instinct is to say that she's starting to like any Dylan. And I don't know. Maybe she might get severed herself so she could be in there with any Dylan. I don't know. Also, I'm curious as to what Mark meant by what is that smell? He said, what is that smell? And he started moving the water around. I don't know. You had Mark with the shaky hands. You had Milchick at the beginning of the episode with the shaky hands. He still seems very pissed off at Lumen right now, I would imagine. Or, you know, people at Lumen, Drummond or whatever. But like I said, I expect Milchick at some point to end up on the right side of things. Miss Huang had a fun little day. She got to run the severed floor for a day. We didn't get to see her do too much besides, you know, help Mark with his nosebleed, but I feel like that episode brought a different kind of energy, man. We're seeing a lot of how, you know, these one-on-one, these characters are interacting with each other. They had the flashback of all the people like making out, and Gretchen and Dylan making out, and you had Helena and Mark coming face to face again. You had Bert and Irv coming face to face again. Is this Gemma? Oh, it is. Let's go. I'm about to say, yeah, definitely. She's a professor, right? Or high school teacher? Oh, we're taking a step back. They even got kind of a filter to let you know it's a flashback.
Nice to meet you, Mark.
You too.
Okay, so they met while donating blood. That's very interesting. Oh no! Oh no! Not the Lumen water drop.
Gemma, where did you go?
Do we need an ambulance?
No. He's gonna sleep for a while. We'll need some equipment from downstairs. Are you clumsy?
What? Why do you have equipment in Mark's basement?
One solitary thought to messing with my brother again, I will throw you off a fucking bridge.
It's what he wants.
What he wants is to know whether Gemma's alive
She
or
is.
not.
See, that's why I said that Mark should have been a little less secretive when it came to Devin, because for one, Devin's the only one out there that really has your back. and now she doesn't even know what this plan was, what Ragabi's even here for, and there's no trust now.
Please don't mess with me.
She is alive.
Done your reading? 50 pages? If you were caught in a mudslide, would you be more afraid of suffocating or drowning?
Suffocating or drown's like the same thing, ain't it? Of course, she would pick the water answer. Everything's like centered around water. And now that we know that they were donating blood for Lumen, I wonder what that means.
How many rooms today?
6.
That when she turns into Miss Casey? No, she look a little different. Look like she ready for a night on the town.
Ready?
Ask me if I'm ready, and you probably got me doing some shady stuff down here. No, I'm not ready.
There she is. But it's been 6 weeks.
I was just here.
I know. Nobody likes the dentist. Please, have a seat.
I would not want my dentist to look like he's ready to skin me alive.
Now, let's see how we're doing.
Ugh, I hate this. Oh, I hate this.
How long was I in there?
2 hours.
Nah, this sucks. The testing floor, they're just testing, you know, everyday Severance, just real casual. Like, I don't feel like having this dental procedure. I'm just going to be severed coming through the door. So that's crazy. No, because if it's only two, say it's only 2 versions of you, right? That means the only time that the other person is conscious is during just the worst times of your life. So now, what have we seen so far? We've seen the dentist. We've seen pregnancy. Where does it stop? There's probably no ends. Everything unpleasant about life. This other consciousness is just going to be like, that's why she's like, can I get a break? I was just here. Or who knows what they did to me last time I was severed. It probably wasn't the dentist. It's probably, you know, something also very, very unpleasant, right? Jim is not the only one having flashbacks.
Hey. Oh, bless you.
Excuse me.
Hi.
You too cute to be sneezing like that, bro. Weird ass sneeze.
What are you doing?
Who's putting it together, Mr. Handyman? You?
I happen to be quite handy.
Okay, so I mean, it's very storybook right now, but we know that, you know, Mark's alcoholism and other things was giving them some friction, because he mentioned that in the diner. So when did all that kick in?
There are a few boulders.
Boulders? Babe,
Look
come
at
on.
Rickon.
It was like the death zone of Everest.
Like Chomolungma.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any frozen bodies?
No, I looked, but I do have photo evidence. Look at them.
Rickon, what is wrong with you?
Hey, us, it will be a grand adventure.
I feel like we spend a lot of time together.
Not enough.
Really?
Are you not drinking?
What are we gonna do after?
Did you know that you can purify?
Oh man, oh no. No.
Hey, hon, do you know where I put the keys? You okay?
Don't tell me that this was the turning point. Wow.
Miss Casey.
I'm here to observe Heliar.
Yo, with the reintegration, man, that just gives them so much room to just do the nastiest transitions, as if they didn't already have nasty transitions. But now everybody's brain is scrambled, so it's that much easier.
Are the Severance barriers holding? You like her.
She's easy to like. She's fond of me, too, of course.
Didn't she try and break your fingers?
Didn't she try to break your fingers? Oh, hell no. What is happening, bro? Talking about she's fond of me. Yeah, right, bro. Looking like Dr. Disrespect, bro. Hell nah.
I love you too. I'm sorry.
Absolutely no reason to be sorry. New patient intake. This show is cooking, man. Like, how much of this episode is left? Oh my god.
Third time's a charm.
That's what they say.
I'll write you a thank you note.
Hate writing thank you notes.
How are you feeling? My mouth hurts.
Did you exit any of the rooms feeling despair, fervor, gaiety?
Can you please just talk like a normal person?
Good night, Gemma. Dream sweet.
All right. He got the Natalie eyes. Like, his eyes are saying something and the rest of his face is saying something else.
There's an any cabin. Come again?
There was this woman.
Demona birthing retreat.
Uh-huh. The senator's wife.
So maybe if we go to the cabin, we could talk to Zenny and he could...
They're two completely different things.
Because this looks like how you killed my brother.
You two are definitely related.
Devin, you got to go back to the birthing retreat and do your own little investigation.
She's Lumen through and through. She was raised by them. She's a soldier.
It's a risk, I get that.
I'm not so sure about that. She got some recent beef with the company, for sure.
You can't be a part of this.
What?
If you do that, if you make that choice.
What are you... No, seriously, what are you doing? I can't do this without you. You...
See,
Are
Devin?
you kidding?
Devin, you didn't even have to let her know you were doing that, bro. You could have just did that and kept your mouth shut.
Oh my god.
Chikai Bordeaux or something.
Chikai Bardo.
Chick-fil-A.
I don't know. It looks like two guys fighting.
No, it's the same guy fighting himself, defeating his own psyche. Ego death.
How do you know it's the same guy?
Ego death.
My hair's the same.
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to draw a duck or a rabbit or whatever. I think I got onto the main.
Okay, so she's talking about ego death. That's interesting. Okay, so her talking about ego death was actually really interesting to me because I can kind of see Severance. I don't know if it's intended this way, but it definitely, obviously, Severance is kind of being used to, or tested to take away the bad experiences from your life and you can completely live without ever experiencing them, right? That actually kind of brings me back to the situation with Dylan and his wife and how the wife, she visits any Dylan, and on the last time we seen them together, it kind of seemed like she prefers any Dylan, right? Because maybe Outie Dylan doesn't treat her the same, maybe she doesn't get the same amount of affection, or he's stressed out and he has all these things going on, and that turns him into a person or a version of him that she doesn't really care for, versus any Dylan who, you know, is very into her. He's not used to having somebody, and it kind of seems like almost like new love, right? And it's kind of in the back of my mind where it's like, did Dylan's wife put him in there for that exact situation, like to be able to see and interact with a different sort of version of Dylan, and one that's more suited to what she wants in a partner? I don't know. When she brought up ego death, that's kind of what it made me think of. Like, maybe any Dylan's a ego death sort of version of Audi Dylan, and that makes him more attractive to Gretchen. That's kind of what I thought of their situation. But yeah, I just wanted to unpack that before we got deeper in the episode.
Tell me how I'm feeling.
I have no idea how you're feeling.
Like
Gemma put Mark in Severance, yo. She can sense the bullshit coming as far as Mark's attitude and the direction his life is going in their relationship, and she put this man in Severance to take the asshole out of him. Not literally, obviously.
Perfectly normal. Let's get you set up with that meal. Bon appetit. Can I get you anything else? Coffee, tea, another cologne?
When he's done, you're gonna have to say goodbye to her.
I'm aware. Fakir.
Okay, that's him.
Why are you wearing that stupid sweater?
You don't like my man's fit? Damn, probably the same reason you got that haircut, bozo.
You sent my husband and I this year.
Come on now, sweetheart. It's the last one. It's actually a decrowder. But close enough.
I thought he was gonna make her start over.
Christmas has a funny way of coming back around each year.
It's always Christmas.
This episode is insane, man. Oh.
Ooh.
That's why he was wearing the sweater too.
I love you.
Man, if my hand didn't hurt, ooh, boy.
I love you too.
It looked like she want to put 5 across your face, bro. Oh, he's definitely an Egan. Look at him. 100%. I'll be seeing you.
I want to go home.
Your husband remarried last year. And he has a daughter now. He's moved on. Maybe you've moved on too.
Maybe you've moved on too. She just asked to go home. What are you talking about? She moved on.
Things behind those doors you never felt with Mark. Maybe I've seen it. Let me guess. He dies at the end.
Yes! 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 She pulled a Ragabi. I'm not about the conversation right now. I'm not about to talk to you about this. I'm getting out of here. Let's go, Gemma.
Gemma!
Nah, fuck what you talking about.
Charades.
That's gonna be like 20 minutes of it.
Yeah, but you know.
Or I could stay.
No, you should probably go. I mean.
I love you. I said.
Oh no, I love you too, and I'm sorry.
Bye.
See ya.
All right, Jimmy, you didn't have to put him in the Severance program, but he did kind of deserve, you know, something. I mean, obviously a divorce, but...
Miss Casey, your Audi came in for a public art exhibition and
he ran
found
over
herself in
there.
the wrong elevator.
Yo, he ran over there. My boy pulled up quick. He out of breath. Hey, made Milchick bust a move real quick.
Mind turning around and heading back in? It would be greatly appreciated.
But
on you go.
This is evil, man. Oh.
Where's...
Thank you, Miss Casey.
Fuck you, Milchick. Ah, fuck you. Oh, man. I hate this. Yeah, I think that's when Gemma faked her death, possibly. This show is peak, man. Oh, this is such a good episode.
Careful, easy. Won't work.
Wow, 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 wow. So you see the single tear, is that just from him? It seemed like Mark went on this ride when it came to the flashbacks and stuff. Like maybe that's what he was actually experiencing while he was in this like coma or whatever it was. But man, he wakes up, has the single tear. Right when it gets to the part of the story where the police come and tells him about Gemma. Best episode, man. Come on, you gotta let me know down in the comments. That was the best episode so far, right? I won't say by far. I won't say by far. That testing floor is something else, man. Like, I don't even know how else to put it. You got all these different rooms, a ton of different rooms. She did 6 rooms in one day. And there was so many other rooms. Like, there was at least, I feel like we passed by at least like 30, 40 rooms. But yeah, as far as what led up to, you know, Gemma's death, we got to see early relationship stuff, got to see late relationship stuff where things just went completely sour. Apparently it's surrounded, it seemed like a lot of these negative emotions are around them trying to start a family, which they obviously had a very rough time at the later part of the relationship leading up to her death. And on top of that, now it's kind of confirmed that she is alive. She is alive. I thought that maybe she was a clone or something. I mean, there's still time for that to become a reality in some sort of, you know, some form or fashion, but she is alive. That's pretty much confirmed. And she is dealing with some BS down there on the testing floor to the point where, you know, you start to feel sorry for her. But then I'm thinking at the same time, did she put herself down here? Is this something like a deal that she made with Lumen to, you know, better her life and her relationship with Mark, better Mark's life in a lot of ways, and take away a lot of that negative energy that he's dealing with through Severance in exchange for maybe her helping out the experimentation process, the testing process, obviously. And that was the deal. Like, maybe she's literally in a contract or something, or just being held captive down there while she helps them conduct all this research, for one, and in exchange she gets another life with Mark, or another chance with Mark. But I don't know, one thing that stands out when it comes to that point, she asked to leave and to go see Mark, right? And the response from the other guy was, well, Mark moved on, he already remarried, and maybe you moved on as well. Like, I don't, first off, that's some gaslighting stuff right there. How you gonna say maybe I moved on? I can tell you better than you can tell me if I moved on, so what are you even talking about? But like, that makes it seem like, what does she feel like is going on the outside world? Because obviously she's down there in the dark. Maybe not literally in the dark, but she is in the dark. Like, she doesn't know what's going on. Anytime she leaves this floor, or anytime she goes into a room, she doesn't know what's going on. All she knows is, my freaking mouth hurts, my hand hurts. whatever. Like, they simulated a freaking plane ride that was, I mean, I don't think the plane was like going to crash or anything, but it was like a turbulent, you know, people don't want to deal with turbulent flights and writing Christmas letters, a stack of freaking Christmas letters. And that's why I was talking about earlier. I was like, where does it stop? There's no endpoint to things that we don't want to do on a day-to-day basis. And eventually, if you're going to do this severance option, that other part of your brain is literally just going to be doing the BS from your everyday life, which hits a little differently than just having your any, you know, at the office doing computer work while you know, skip your entire workday on the outside. Once it becomes every single shitty task that you ever have to deal with, like when she was writing that last Christmas card, what did Dude say to her? He said, well, yeah, Christmas always has a way of coming around every year. And what'd she say? Christmas is every damn day. What are you talking about, man? Because just because you get to go outside, nah, bro, Christmas is every day for me, which has me thinking, like, how many different consciousnesses, like, it's not, is that all a different Gemma in every single room? Because when she was doing the dentist thing, she was like, well, I was just here. So I'm guessing that it's not, at least in her case, not tied to only one other Gemma, like just, you know, outie Gemma, any Gemma. Like, there's several any Gemmas, I believe. And even when she went up back on the Severance floor from the testing floor, it seemed like a whole different Gemma as well. So that's even more insane, man. Like, obviously, whatever research they're doing, the technology is getting extra freaking powerful. There's entirely too many possibilities to do some evil shit right now. So yeah, Lumen is not just your everyday run-of-the-mill evil corporation, bro. They are on some crazy next level stuff. It's a big FU to Lumen right now, bro. They are absolute trash. But yeah, I'm still thinking, what part of this did Gemma play as far as, you know, creating this situation for herself versus it being a forced thing that Lumen did to her? That's still something I'm curious to figure out. But besides that, there's some friction between Ragabi and Devin. I mean, I blame Mark at the end of the day, because he kept Devin in the dark when I feel like that's the one person that has his back, and he definitely should have told her what was going on. But yeah, they got friction going on, a difference of how to deal with things. Luckily, Mark did wake up. Milchick, bro, you suck. Milchick sucks, bro. Like, as much as I love the actor and I love the character too, man, but yo, the way he ran down to the hallway and sent Gemma right back, you know, just go ahead, go back to your floor. I hated it, man. I hated every bit of that. It was definitely weird. We got to kind of see where those, you know, the twins, the copies of them that we saw in the Orc Bow, I guess they were kind of working on the computers. At least I think that was them. But yeah, overall it was a cool episode, man. They did their thing. The transitions went from 10 to freaking 100. Like, I don't know how they had better transitions, but they were going crazy this episode. And it's fun to see that now they're able to be even more creative through the story that they're telling, because it all just like falls in line to what's actually happening with these characters, man. And super dope to see. A lot of cool little details, little references. She was talking about ego death. She was talking about the duck and the rabbit sort of optical illusion, which kind of speaks to like perspective and how you see things. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Make sure you guys leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking about that episode. Let me know if that's your favorite episode, if there's still one that you thought was better. I don't know. The season finale for season 1 was fire. There's probably a couple other episodes, Woe's Hollow, that might be up there. But yeah, just let me know what you guys are thinking. Make sure you slap a big like on the video for me. It will help me out a ton. Make sure you're sub to the channel and turn on those post notifications. Link for the Patreon is down in the description. I will catch you guys next time. Be safe out in these streets. Have a great day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace, y'all.